Well, come on in after my little break time. Who are you? You have to come back later. I'm waiting on a delivery. Then I'll have some stock for you to sell, okay? The area in front of the sanctuary is absolutely packed with folk who want to try their luck at pulling out the sacred blade. I've heard there are pickpockets around, so I suggest you keep a hand on your purse. My brother sure has his heart set on pulling out that blade. I guess he's a guy, it's a guy thing. Yeah. Naked lady of the lake? Let's find out, I guess. There is a lady of the lake here. Hey, we're friends, right? Could you lend me some cash? It doesn't have to be much. Thing is, I've gone and gotten my wallet stolen. No. Young folk these days simply doesn't have any respect for the Seraphim. I mean, when you think of the real origin of the Sacred Blade Festival... Mumble. Whew, that's all the deliveries done and dusted. This is the first time I've done the Sacred Blade Festival. It's a pretty full-on affair, isn't it? It is. Enter? Why can't I enter another room? I guess this is the room I will sleep in when I rent a room, huh? Enjoy your lurk, Sayo. Okay. Enjoy your lurk. Hope it will be a good one. Save a little bit more. I'm so sorry, but we're full up at the moment. Do come back again soon, though, won't you? No. You had your chance, lady. I will sleep on the street now. Sorry.
Hey, son, how about these duds? Made from real silk. My old lady'll swat me for it, but they're yours for just 860 gold.
Money?
Oh, is that cheap?
Sorey, behind him.
What a creep! What the fuck?
Should we give it what for?
And have everyone think you're attacking the street vendor? You want to tour the inside of a human jail cell? To everyone else, he looks just like an ordinary human.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Hellions can be humans? Or like, they appear as humans for other humans? That's dangerous. Mom, when we get to the square, can I have one of these grilled sweet fish? Pretty please? Goblin! Shoot it. Yep, goblin. Ember waistcoat. Men's armor. I'm a man. Can I wear your armor? Let's see. Ember waistcoat. It has Vez's art defense, and it has HP recovery when using BG, whatever that means. It's for wizards. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a wizard! You are a wizard! You want it? Ooh, this waistcoat actually would be amazing for him. In before the end of the game, you're arrested for being crazy and just killing lots of people. Turns out Seraphim and Hellions were real after all! You're just a crazy man living alone on the mountain and like hallucinating all of this. Oh god. That is too real though. A man came down from the mountains. It's like a good thing. It's a good thing for Miglio. It is. Like he get 3 in a row. Not bad. Not bad. Also we have new battle boots. I guess you can have the better battle boots. The better battle boots. Take. Yeah. Think about it. That would be amazing. Like I mean it. Okay, I guess we follow the goblin now. Here we go again, Swordfist. It would be long before the drag of society are drawn out of their holes by the lure of these simple-minded folks' coin purses. Okay, sorry. Didn't I tell you already? Your sister goes with you or you're not going to the festival at all. You don't want to lose your allowance for the week, do we? But Mom, she's so slow. Tell her, would ya? Tell her that my sister is slow. She's not slow. She is special. But brother, I'm stuck. There's water behind this barrel. I saw it. Oh, this was a treasure chest opportunity and you did not give it to me. I'm kinda disappointed that you didn't give it to me. Hello. My brother doesn't stand a chance. He's like nowhere near pure enough. Pure? Everyone talks about pulling out that sword, but I know it's just a big excuse to put on a festival. That thing doesn't even come out. I'm sure of it. Another failed attempt. If only I could have managed to pull it out. I'd be standing next to Princess Alicia right now. Oh, I want that. I want to stand next to the princess. There was a rumor the princess had gone missing, but it looks like she has returned to her mansion in the Noble District. Aha, and now we know where she is, I guess. Every time I look at that water wheel, I'm amazed by its size. It's like it cleanses my heart just when it turns. Look at this. Lady Lake's Great Water Wheel. It looks so cool. Like, I love the architecture on this.
Look at the size of that thing. Water wheels. They're for grinding wheat with water power, right?
Grinding wheat, threshing grain, making yarn, a whole bunch of uses, really.
They could even make electricity out of this.
They probably rely heavily on larger scale machines like this.
Oh, I wonder when this dates from. The foundation looks pretty old, but the wheel itself looks new enough.
Sorey,
Yeah?
this water has been affected by malevolence.
What?
It flows throughout the town before it gets here. So it seems what Gramps told us is true.
It's humans who are creating the malevolence.
The water is evil, guys. Don't put your little toes in the water. Water will kill you. Sorry to say this. Sorry to break it down. But this water is scary. Treasure chest. Ember staff, cool. This treasure chest is locked, goddammit. Did you all have a good time? I wish I had just a bit more money so I could have even more fun. Maybe next time, huh? Maybe next time. Where does that entrance lead to, I wonder? Good question. I have no clue. So Princess Alicia has come back, they say. That stuff about her going missing was all just an idle rumor. Or not. Okay, this is an empty corner again. No treasure chest ahead. Ah, look at this gorgeous view. Would you love a city like this? Is there a city in existence, like a city like built on an island? The whole island is basically a city. Oh my god, I would move there too. Like
Sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
I saw 2 locations in this game so far and like, oh my god, I would move there immediately. It's so gorgeous. Make it happen. I want it. Say, it's ever so lively, isn't it? I almost feel as though I've regained some of my lost youth. Well, I don't know about that. Seraphic Arts. Casting Seraphic Arts leaves you vulnerable to counterattacks, but an enemy's hidden art which needs an enemy's hidden art which needs charging will not stagger you and will also halve the casting speed of your Seraphic Art. Thus, if you spot an enemy casting a hidden art, by instantly starting to cast a Seraphic Art, you can withstand attacks you couldn't normally defend against. In other words, don't get caught. Oh, interesting. Interesting mechanic. Aren't you going to try your hand at pulling the sword? It's not like you get this kind of chance every day, is it? The treasure chest is locked, I hate it here. Say there, what do you think will come of Lady Lake? Festivals serve as a good distraction from hard time, but there's talk of a plague that's broken out across the river. I hardly think it is the time for mirth and festivities. Myself. Yeah, this is why you're not allowed to think in this world. You're a peasant. You're only a measly peasant, and you have no opinion on you have no power in this world. So go and get those crates done. Got him. Speak, no. The forest is like a maze. Oh my god, even more people. I guess I saw Princess Elisa in the Noble District. Yup. Oh.
Understand now, child? No matter how tough things get, stealing is stealing.
Shut up, old man. You smell like farts.
It's true. It does. I mean, the kid had a point. I'm sorry. You really smell like farts. And you are like extremely tiny too. Boy, this festival's standards have really dropped. I guess that's what a bad harvest will bring you. I'm sorry. The Sacred Blade Festival wouldn't be the Sacred Blade Festival without a grilled sweetfish to munch on. Oh, may I get the salted one? How much? Isn't that a bit pricey, even for a festival? Him again. Isn't he like too old for this? I just hope he doesn't slip a disc or something when he yanks on that sword. When I'm grown up, I'm going to pull out the sacred blade. You just watch me. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Ripe, fresh fruit here. Get it while it lasts. No. I wonder if I've miscalculated my stock. I'm selling a lot fewer festival things than last year.
The sanctuary up ahead is supposed to house a sword protected by the Lady of the Lake. Wait, are you getting in line?
No way. First, we've got to make sure Alicia's safe.
I'm sure we'll be back.
Let's read about this.
Whoa. No one told me the sanctuary would be this gorgeous.
You can tell the shepherd myth is a big part of the culture here. Strange, though. There's no sense of blessing at all.
Now that you mention it, we could always feel Gramps' blessing back in Alicia.
Granted, Gramps is a particularly powerful seraph. But even so, this town has a high concentration of malevolence. It's honestly making me a little sick.
You gonna be okay?
For now, at least. I'm starting to think it'd be a bad idea to stay too long, though. This place has even more Hellions than we imagined.
They're wandering around right there in front of us, and yet we can't do a thing.
I'm as frustrated as you are, but our hands are tied. We don't have the power of purification. Besides, there's a reason for the Hellion manifestations. They're feeding on the evil in people's hearts.
And in such a pretty town.
Probably part and parcel of life in human cities.
They will explain that too a little later on. He's some kind, you know, these games. He's some kind special. And there is a reason he is around. But good idea though. Yeah, like go move, go away, whatever. Hit points. Wow, I never knew. I never knew hit points were like interesting or whatever. What's going on there? What?
Stay down.
Yes. Murder!
Can't even swing a fist right.
That's different.
Indeed. We'd best not get involved.
We don't get involved in the combats. The street combat. Okay, we can. Let's go into the Noble District if we can. Just to look around and maybe we can find a new treasure chest. Let's hurry! That fox-looking guy. bumped into me back there. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, do you think you would get an audience in like To the Princess or whatever? Like, you think like one of these guards would be like, let you through just because you say, oh, I know the princess, you know, like, please, I'm very thirsty right now. Can I see the princess? I rescued her on the mountain and I talked to my grandpa ghost and he was like, no, she has to leave. And I was like, no, but you can stay for a while, right? And like, I'm not sure. Oh, how about this conversation? I'll make sure to get you a souvenir. Next time we meet, I'll be able to tell you all my exciting travel tales. Sure. But you will not tell her about all the sidetracked girlfriends you had down the path of merchandising? Let it be known I am dismayed at the princess's night action too. For someone of her standing, all this sneaking around is unbecoming. What on earth is Bartlow doing, sending the princess off on her own like that? I have no clue. And I don't want to know exactly. Oh, there's more, wait. Wait, before I go there. I move around this way. I need to know all these people's secrets. All this simpering and smiling at royalty and frilly coach. People are rather wearing me out. Simpering? What do you mean? No one is simping for a girl. I'm not going here because I want to see her back. Only because my bedroom is like smelling less and less like her every day. That's not it. No one can enter the palace without express permission. Bartlow's order. Now, kindly retrace your steps. Yeah. I'll go back. People on the balcony! See my sword! I guess I go here now.
That dog.
Woof. What the dog doing?
He's here.
No mistake, that's the Foxman.
That is the fox, man. What the dog doing? The treasure chest is locked. Mom, I hate this place. Pick me up.
So Alicia really is the Foxman's target.
Looks like it. He probably retreated for now because of the commotion.
I cannot talk to him right now? What? Mikleo, that guy from before. You're right, that's the Hellion that killed Mason. Let's go after him. I'm on my way. But I wanted to make sure that we are on the same page here. Oh, the music is so good. No one can enter the palace. Okay, where do I have to go then? Did you see a fox-shaped man, guys? Anyone? Anyone in this town? Did anyone see a fox-shaped man? I guess I leave this area then.
Who would have thought that he would be this
Oh, there's the
fast?
dog.
The dog's still chasing him. We can't let him get away.
Yeah, but was there another quest? Down here? Did I miss the quest from this kid now? Oh no. I might. Oh no, did I miss a quest? Should I reload this? Huh. Maybe it will come back later.
you've checked that monolith out yet.
Advanced techniques. You should always keep your SC level high, except when you shouldn't. Oh, when you think you can defeat the enemy, by all means go all out with your attacks. If the enemy attacks frequently though, you'll need to guard more. When did this came out? 7 years ago, 2015.
Sorry, pup. I promise we'll bury you properly later.
No, the dog! Sleeping.
Leo, let's go.
Yeah.
I guess I stepped on the dog while, like... Good to see you, Cobit, by the way. I have another drink here. Whoa.
Your chicken hunting days are over, Fox.
So, you're really that eager to die, are you?
Here we are again.
Ready?
Oh, he hit me. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good too, like... Starting with Fire Emblem yesterday, starting with this today, I'm feeling good. Like this will be a very IIR. This will be a very IIR stream for a while, which is not a bad thing, by all means. Oh yeah, I can free move, right? If we want. Doing good. I had a little bit of more stuff to do today than usually, so that was fun. That was cool. Oh, he heals me. That's oddly nice of him. I didn't like that, but thanks for asking. Actually, I hated that. Horizon 2 a bit, nice. Hardest difficulty? Ooh, challenging yourself, eh? You're feeling brave, I see.
Dang, he's a lot stronger than I remember.
When we fought him back in Elysia, he must have been weakened by Gramps' blessing.
I'll burn you to cinders! Take that!
Nick Leo!
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. A fitting end for worms who dare to wriggle at a god!
A god?
Boss! No! I swear, I wasn't...
Quiet.
Ooh. The knife. The knee knife.
Who are you?
We won't warn you again. Be silent.
Have you forgotten our code, Lunar?
You're all out of second chances. Understood?
Go.
The assassination order was a mistake.
Princess Alicia will no longer be our target.
You expect me to believe that?
We have our honor. Stay.
The princess's enemies are legion. For those who wish to remove her, assassination is but one option among many.
You have bigger worries than who we are or what we do. I suggest you hurry to the pedestal, where the sacred blade is kept.
Why are you telling me this?
Honor.
So, I guess I should be thanking you for saving us. Hey, are you alright?
What in the world?
Looks like we were saved by an assassin's guild.
By a what?
They
Casual.
were after Alicia by mistake or something. They took that fox guy away with them. But more than that, it looks like Alicia's not out of danger yet.
Looks like? What's going on?
Hey, I don't get it any more than you do. Let's just hurry to that pedestal.
I love how you like point out the connections and the things they rip off and try to make exciting that other games already did. I like this. Like, oh yeah, you know. I'm not totally sure what's going on here, but either way, yeah. Like, oh, you know, like, oh yeah, it's like the Zelda game, yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. Pedestal of time, that sounds familiar. A pedestal of sword holding, that sounds familiar. And all these neat kind of things. I like this too. Like, as I said in Tales of Symphonia, there's like some traits that are always like around.
We can't go any further.
There's gotta be some way.
So I just missed a complete side quest with the little kid? I'm not happy about that, to be honest. You know, this kid ran away and like, Grandpa, you smell like farts, and then I didn't like go into this anymore. Yep, that happened. Oops. I guess. And my game even is like, yeah, if you don't care, we don't care either, fuck you. You will never see this kid again, he's dead. Grandpa caught him before you could. I'm okay with that, by the way. It was my fault, after all.
No entry. If you want to check out the festival, go out front.
What gives? You're letting him through.
Well, that's because I'm festival staff.
That's right. Authorized personnel only. Everyone else, move along.
But it's urgent. Can't you do anything?
Afraid not.
I love their armor. Their armor is cool. I don't like the weird helmet tail, but everything else looks very cool. Especially the kneecaps. How are you going to get in there? We're getting into the sanctuary. What can we do here?
You got authorization or not?
Oh!
Show the guard an item. I show him my nothing.
I can't be bothered with
I
you.
guess. I show him my nothing.
Do you need a hand?
You look like you're in a bind. I bet you want to get at that pedestal now, don't you?
Yes. Alicia could be...
They don't need to know that.
I mean, if you could help me out, it'd really make my day.
Sure thing, but we'll need some cash.
Cash?
Yep. Remember the guard back there? He's not averse to a little grease on his palm, if you know what I mean. We can get you.
I will not give Grandpa's flute away, no.
Let's see. I think 1,000 gold ought to cover it.
I don't have enough.
Well, got any vouchers?
Something worth money.
No!
I can't really see us parting with 1,000 gold for something like that.
Oh no! No! They want my grandpa's pipe! The crack pipe of my grandpa! You will never get it, sorry. My glove?
I can't really see us parting with 1,000 gold for something like that.
The knife? I couldn't show the god the royal knife, no. I only could show him, weeds.
You really okay with this? All right, this is worth 1,000 gold and then some. Leave it to us.
All right, let's go.
My game just made itself tiny.
Was this right?
You know what, guys? I don't like any of this, and I return to this title screen. We can click things away. But to be honest, yeah, I was about to say I don't want to give the pipe or the dagger, and they forced me into like doing anything, and I don't want that. Also, I missed the little kid, so I guess we click real fast to some things here. I'm not comfortable with this, like at all.
Oh yeah.
But you know, this is how we do this. Just we will not do this in every decision. Do I have money at all? I have 0 gold. So grinding for money will most likely not work. And I guess the game will not let me sell stuff because all the things are not available right now. Maybe there's only one way. Oh, shot. Yep, that's the way to talk now. But we can see the funny grandpa insult again. Look.
Understand now, child?
Shut up, old man. You smell like farts.
Got him again. Fart man. Shut up, fart man. Yeah, you got him. Got him.
The sanctuary up ahead is supposed to house a sword protected by the Lady of the Lake.
Lady of the Lake. But is she naked? Is the Lady of the Lake also naked?
Is that a monolith?
It is a monolith. It tells me about hit points. Very important. Yeah, let's do this little kid thing. Why did we like ignore this beforehand? And they didn't show me this again. Game is mocking me. Also, we have to go to the left side again to get stuff there. Is this kid a goblin?
Huh? What the hell you want now?
Whoa.
Oh, it is.
What, you got a problem? Oh, hey, mister. You smell like you'd be mighty tasty.
Hey, let's get out of here.
Well, we ran really far. Good thing we were like 5 feet. Yeah, we ran for our lives, that's for sure. Oh boy, he will never catch us. Why didn't we just slaughter him? It was like an alleyway. Who would care about this? Sorry. Right? Who would care about this? I mean, is it a real child or is it a monster? And then again, do we know? As you've pointed out earlier, it might be all in my imagination and maybe there is like no monsters at all. And maybe we should not run around and kill people. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry to like restart this, but I don't know, I don't want to give Grandpa's pipe away, but I also don't want to bring the dagger away, like for sure. But I guess the game forces me to get rid of one of them, because I cannot see myself like selling items. Like every shop is closed. Even if I could grind it outside, I have to get my hands on actual money.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
So this will be an interesting one. And then again, what should like my character think? Is my character aware of money? Does my character know what money actually is? Before we head into the noble district, let's go outside of town and see if we can really like make money in some form or way. If not,
around here. So many people.
Don't let your guard down. A crowd just means more Hellions lurking about, drawn to people's corrupted hearts.
Drawn to people corrupted hearts. Corrupted hearts, chat. They're corrupted. So maybe there's a little bit gold in some treasure chest around here. Time to explore. Time to exploit this game. I don't want to get rid of my items. That's pretty much all I try to not have. But they block the entrance to this place here. There is a way around it though, so maybe we have a chance. Maybe there is a chance to get my hands on money.
Ready, Nickleo? Gotta level it. Yeah. How's this?
Resilient aid? You sure about this? I like that there's like no real mana in the game. I mean there is, but there's not, no.
You okay, Nickleo?
Yeah, he's okay. But I guess we cannot stumble into like real heavy territories. It's the back. We are currently dealing with wild animals. Yeah, sure. Okay. Wild animals, you say. I'm some sort of wild animal myself. So there's like a new place to go here, and there is also this cave system and all of this, so maybe we have a chance to actually go around. Maybe not, maybe this is blocked by a boulder again. Then I guess we're getting out of options real quick, and we have to depart something, but I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the dagger or of the pipe. And there's a boulder. I cannot go there. We don't even have to like move up here. Oh my god, wolf! He's so fast! Holy crap! He's so quick! So running away from battle is no option in this game. Understood. Make notes, chat. They force us into these fights. Okay. Let's try the other way. 1,000. Oh, there's a monolith too. 1,000 schmeckles. We can do it. Maybe.
I just saw a monolith written in ancient tongue.
Changing the control mode. Oh, it's raining and we can actually go here. We're really. I'm amazed. I thought we could not go. I guess we will just die. Oh my god, it's a freaking skunk. It just appeared. Oh god, it's a beaver maybe. And it's birds. Oh no, my arch nemesis. And this is an octopus. We're doomed. We're doomed, chat. And I saved here, so there's no escape. In this chest there's 1,000 gold. I can smell it. It smells like farts. Chocolate gelato. Ah, almost. Okay, the octopus is coming. The bird is coming too. Oh my god, everything is chasing me. Help. Run. Never stop. Oh my god, this is vicious. What? The river is kinda heavy. Holy crap. I guess we will not go over this bridge for a while. So I guess I have another idea. Treasure chest, 1000 gold. This treasure chest is what we needed. Right? An ember spear for a lady that we don't have. Perfect. Let's go into the mountains then. There has to be money around. I just feel it. We die. Yo, look at the scenery, guys. Oh, what a change. We are currently patrolling the Ray Fog area. Citizens who wander too close to the mountains have been known to go missing. Stay away from it, understand? No, wrong. Okay. So I cannot get I cannot get anything. The game forbids me to get money. Okay, what are we getting rid of then? Grandpa? I guess Grandpa's pipe is also 1000 gold. Maybe. We're getting rid of Grandpa or we're getting rid of the lady's dagger? I don't feel like we should do the dagger because I think we will meet the lady soon. But then again, I don't want to make Grandpa angry. He did nothing wrong. Then again, he said I should use it for money. Right.
I don't think we've checked that monolith out yet.
Martial arts. By hitting a stunned enemy. I didn't read anything about this. Run! Okay. Bird almost got me. Back to the nice fields.
Snacks are done.
Yo, butter cookies. He made food. Okay. So we have to take one or the other. The question is, will I get it maybe back throughout the storyline? Then I would do Grandpa's pipe actually, and not the knife. But it's weird that I can show an item to him. To the guard. We will figure this out together. Also, I can quick save. I didn't do that, so I will quick save before all these decisions again, so I can make up my mind and find out what I want. And there was nothing else from interest at all, right? There was nothing scenery or whatever. No, I didn't recall anything. Let's go. The decision will be mine. Grandpa will be pissed though, but it's okay, I guess.
That dog. No, after it. So Alicia really is the Foxman's target.
Looks like it. He probably retreated for now because of the commotion.
Treasure chest is locked still, okay. Let's go. At least I'm glad that we could like see the little kid, and that the little kid was also a goblin, which was cool, I guess. Then again, why are you a goblin like insulted old man?
That he would be this fast.
The dog's still chasing him. We can't let him get away.
Hopefully we can do a good battle against him here.
Looks like, of course.
You're...
Ready? Strike! It's over! Hang on! Fluid surge! Fluid surge! Strike! It's over!
He has a lot of HP. Oh my god, I dodged the attack and Miglio was like standing inside his attack immediately. I'm sorry.
Ready? Fluid surge! Ready?
It's over! Did he just did 700 to Miglio? No, right? He healed himself right inside the enemy's face. That was kind of cool though. Oh, made a mistake there. Got him. Nice one, Miglio. We did it. Nice.
Heavy go.
The knife knee. The kneeing of the knights once again.
Hey, looks bio. Look.
Hey, we did it. Okay, this time I go back, get the item, and then go back and check the main entrance of the church once again, and then I save, and then I see if I can, like, maybe I missed it, and maybe I can show the guard something. If not, and it's like a fixed thing and it doesn't matter, I guess I take the pipe. I guess it matters. Why don't we just, like, go inside the front entrance, like, elbow grease our way through this? We have a weapon, we have a knife, or like, just the ghost, like, just let Miglio, like, do, like, something ghostly, and the people get afraid and, like, run away from the church entrance, easy. Right? That would be the smart way to do this. If I want to enter this and I have a ghost with me, I would just use the ghost. Quick save. Quick save. I did it.
No, well, that's right.
Let's try this again. Speak.
No time for.
Oh!
Let's try this again. Show the guards an item. Yeah, it cannot do anything. Oh! That's not true. Position 1. Oh, see? Oh, I can show him something. Oh, cool!
This crest, it's Princess Alicia's.
How's that for authorization?
This is the real McCoy. I stand corrected. Go on ahead.
Thanks.
Hold it. Just in case, you leave your sword with me.
It's okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool! Thanks again for, like, pointing that out. That's so amazing! Yeah! I mean, I'm unarmed now, which is not that good, but I guess it's better than nothing. Phew, we made it. Finally, come on. I didn't see that you couldn't, like, select the other, your other inventory stuff, too. That was cool. Oh, I guess you always enter this without a blade, right? Yeah.
We went through all that trouble, and we can't see the pedestal. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, sorta. Hey, what are you doing?
Being invisible has its benefits.
Seriously?
Can you not see Alicia? She's... Oh, I guess you cannot see because of the friggin... Yeah. I mean, I can see her.
Sorey, come over here.
What is it?
Sorey?
Alicia!
Is that you, Sorey?
That's me.
Welcome.
And who may this be?
This is Sorey.
Ah, yes, the one who rescued our princess way out there in the ruins.
Sorey,
True.
this is Lady Maltran.
Hello.
She's been appointed as the committee leader for the festival this year.
Holy crap.
She is also the one who taught me the way of the spear.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sorey.
It is a pleasure.
By any chance, did you come here to attempt the trial of the blade?
Yes.
Not just that. To tell you the truth,
what this mysterious organization has told you is true. There are indeed those who think less than favorably of me. But even so, I cannot live my life in fear of them.
But Alicia...
Thank you so much, Sorey. I really appreciate your concern. Soon,
All for
the finale
nothing.
of the festival, the flames of purification will begin. Please enjoy yourselves.
I love the knee things on the armor. It's so cool.
So this is what statespeople deal with.
She didn't even flinch.
Oh, that's right. Check out the pedestal.
Yeah,
Right.
let's have some fun. Still don't have a blade though. And there's my save point behind this guard person. These royal folk sure are cut from a different cloth. No argument here, but let's focus on getting to that sword pedestal. Sword! I love sword! There's a lady sleeping on the pedestal too.
If no one else can see her, does that mean she's a seraph?
You probably can't remove the sword unless you can speak with her, meaning no ordinary person can do it.
Incredible! So that means the legends were true. Hey, say something to her.
Me?
Unless you want me looking like a total weirdo.
But still...
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow citizens of Lady Lake. For the past several years, we have abstained from our beloved festival in light of the general state of the world. But this year, thanks to the grace and assistance of Our Lady Alicia, the Sacred Blade Festival can be held once more.
Cool.
We yet live in a time of crisis. Violent weather, geopolitical tensions, pestilence, famine. The list goes on. However, I believe that it is precisely times such as these that make our cultural traditions and celebrations all the more vital to maintain.
He didn't even clap. This one guy.
O wondrous Lady of the Lake, show us your power.
O merciful Lady of the Lake, hear our plea. Cleanse us of our sins and woes with your flames of purification.
That was no virgin. Normally you sacrifice a virgin. But they
Citizens
reduced it
of
this year.
Lady Lake, this jubilant festival shall be as a prayer to the heavens that we may know peace and prosperity.
Some prayer, all right. This prayer of yours gonna give us our jobs back?
The council already
They
said
took our jobs!
weaponry trades for the state. They might as well declare war and get it over with. Hey, lady, you trying to kill us?
What?
This ain't nothing but the council giving itself a
He just clapped a second ago.
Well, we're not gonna stand for it. Find someone else to lick your boots.
Silence! Do not disturb the festival.
Enough!
Ha! Serves you right.
This whole riot was a setup.
Look at that guard.
This must be the work of the Chancellor.
I can't believe they'd involve the citizens they swore to protect in a power struggle. Are we really so corrupt?
Alicia!
Sorey, get to safety!
No! You mustn't give in to hostility! Such emotions will breed Hellions!
She turned into a Hellion.
The evil in people's hearts gives rise to malevolence. And once it reaches a certain point...
Lady of the Lake, can you do something?
You have the power of purification, do you not?
A seraph? And you can see me?
Into the fire we go. He was a virgin. See, it worked. Way better.
The black flames are part of the Hellion itself. The most I can do is manage the regular ones.
Okay.
Sorey, you really can see Seraphim, can't you?
Oh no, he gets into a blobby monster? That's not good.
The power of purification is not my own. It is a power given to those who would draw the sacred blade and become my sword.
Then I'll do it.
Sorey! Do not be hasty! To become my sword is to serve as a vessel for me to dwell in, and to assume the shepherd's burden. Blessed with the power of purification and abilities beyond human ken, cursed to be scorned by others and wrought with despair. To protect this land from the Hellions means a constant stream of agonizing decisions. It is a lonely battle.
I can read out the game, it's okay. Agonizing decisions, good.
That's the burden of the shepherd? And you want Sorey to take all that on right here and now?
It is not to be done lightly.
May I ask you your name?
Oh, of course. I am Lila.
Lila. My dream is to investigate ancient ruins all over the world. I believe that the legends of the past hold knowledge about how humans and Seraphim might one day live in harmony together. I must find a way to make that happen. To bring humans and Seraphim together again, as it was in the days of yore. If purifying the Hellions will save both humans and Seraphim, then it's the best chance I'll ever have to make that dream a reality.
Are you really okay with this?
Sorey.
That's why I shall become the shepherd. I offer myself to you as your vessel, and shall bear your burden.
I've waited long for this moment. For one who is pure of heart and free of corruption. A shining vessel to whom my words will reach. Now, Sorey! Take up the sword!
You got it!
Okay, I was about to say, hopefully this is cool. This is how you put decisions into something, by the way. I will talk about this in a second. You all calm down now, I have a knife. Yeah, you better stand still.
Sorey.
Hi, it's me.
Sorey, is that really you?
Get back, Alicia.
Hey! You'll be able to handle the Hellions, right?
Yeah. Just take care of the rest of the flames.
Oh yeah, there was still like monsters around, sorry. Wow, she she was glad I let this guy in. Can I get a pause? Okay. Yeah, the guard is like, yeah, I did a good job here. Nearly forgot about the pancake pigs. I hope you enjoyed your pancakes. So, for a question out of this, before we go into, you know, going into a fight is not that exciting. But a question. A real question here. You know, other games would handle it like the follows. You get all this speech, you get all this momentum and build up, and then the camera shifts, and the camera shifted to the blade. And you, in this game, you get a cutscene, and you see him pulling the sword out and all this cool thing. And I know in other games, you will put back into actual game, and it's like, press A to pull out the sword. Do you like that? I don't like that at all. I feel like this is more cooler and more like in the moment than just put you back into gameplay. Press A to pull out the sword. Like, what? Like, oh fuck. I hate these moments in any video game. When it's like, stop everything what's going on. And then in modern games, or like, you know, games that want you have your gameplay moments, like, the next thing would be you pull out the sword and then you go into QTE cutscene where this werewolf jumps at you and you have to pray. You have to press down to dodge his attack, and then you have to press A to dodge left to dodge his attack, and then you have to mash the attack button until he dies. Like, I don't like, this is the perfect thing you should, I know this is very anime, it's very I know this, but this is how you should display any big decision in a game. I hate it every time this, oh yeah, please press a button now to advance the story, and then we continue the dialogue. Like, what's the point? You pull out the sword anyways, you cannot leave and go. And on the other hand, this is the first time I played through this game once before, and I gave something away to the people downstairs because I was like, yeah, I should put something away. It's really cool that I showed him the dagger, and I have all my possessions still on me, so I'm interested in how this will affect anything in the game, because I think, because the game hinted on that, the first time I played through this, I got rid of Grandpa's pipe. And I'm not sure if he was pissed or no. I think he was rather pissed. So I want to see how it goes now.
Can you become a Hellion? I can take care of those slimes with my fire. Purify them with the shepherd's power.
Got it. How's this?
Oh yeah, and if you ask me how the battle in these games is, yeah. The battle in these games are very weird. It's like a very weird action combat, because it's not. I can only move like away from him and towards him. I can't have free run, I guess. I guess. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Where's my... I couldn't find it. You have a free run button.
No.
But you cannot attack during that.
Are you really?
Yep. I am the shepherd now.
I'm the shepherd now. That's cool.
Calm yourselves at once.
Pretty calm right now.
Chancellor Bartlow.
Chancellor Buttload.
We received word that there was a civil disturbance among the commoners.
Indeed. However, it has already been quelled by the appearance of the shepherd.
Hello, it's me, blue shirt. I talk to ghosts too.
Citizens of Lady Lake, I hereby announce that this year's Sacred Blade Festival has come to a close.
Yeah, there's no sword more. There's no sword anymore to pull out. Sorry, guys. Bye. I ruined the festival, basically.
Milady, I should like to ask the cause of all this at a later time. Lady Maltran, your presence is also requested.
I guess no one can deny.
The shepherd of all things.
I have a ghost waifu now. That's good.
It is time for me to return to my place within you.
What do you mean?
I am the vessel after all.
Now that's a creepy sight.
What the?
Hello?
Sorey?
Taya, welcome home.
It's because I have entered his body. I'm afraid he'll have a high fever lasting about 3 full days.
What? Why?
Presumably, the human body is reacting to the sudden presence of unknown powers inside of it. Those who make a pact with a seraph usually wind up bedridden for a time.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what happens to one who becomes a vessel.
I don't feel so good.
Hey, are you alright?
No, he doesn't feel so good. Lady, listen.
I think I'll take a nap. For about 3 days.
Sorey!
For about 3 days, by the way. Bye.
Getting interesting.
Taya, welcome home. You missed basically the whole fun. And yes, I ruined the festival for all future festivals because no one can pull out the sword anymore. I did that. Yeah. I think it's really cool to have him like have a weakness, like, oh yeah, when like your companions enter your body, you're like, oh fuck, that's not good, bye. Human body too weak, tschüss. Goodbye. Dropped items. Taking a nap for 3 days sounds cool. Oh, it would be amazing, right? But this would be like I'm sorry to say this, but this is only working when it's a cuddly thing. Like alone, it's like weh.
Hey.
Well, good morning.
Morning, you two.
You okay?
Better than before. Where is this? What happened to me afterward?
You're at the inn in Lady Lake.
Feet.
Alicia graciously took care of the arrangements.
Weird feet, by the way.
You really were asleep for 3 days straight, you know?
Was I?
Now that Sorey has awoken, why don't we all take a walk around town?
I'm game.
Ghost waifu.
Let's go.
I forgot her name, but I like her outfit. Sorry.
He's finally awake.
Thank goodness.
Oh my.
Oh no,
He's
Skyrim.
younger than I thought.
It's the shepherd.
Literally an overnight celebrity.
Indeed, he is.
Layla, yeah, whatever. Yeah, like this. Hello. I'm here now. I'm awake. The peasants are here. Good.
You must be hungry, kind shepherd. I'll fix you up something at once.
Thank you, sir. But I'm actually stepping out for a bit.
Oh, really? Well, then I'll get it ready for when you come back.
This game is surprisingly entertaining to watch. This is an amazing game. I think.
Thank you so much. I'll be back in a little while.
I think this is a better game to watch than to actually play. Maybe. But safe travels home first, and then return. Oh my god, more cutscenes. Yes.
There's almost no one out. I guess it's still pretty early in the morning. You alright?
I just felt strange all of a sudden. Like a weird pressure was crushing down on my chest.
What?
You can sense it already? What you're feeling is the malevolence all around us. Now that you've become my vessel, you can sense it. This is proof that your body has already grown accustomed to my power.
You don't say. You mean there's really that much malevolence out there, even beyond the city?
Indeed, and this is only a taste. As people start to crowd the streets, you'll feel it even more. Come this way.
Oh, she is so cool, right? Sadly, you missed the start. Yeah, you missed the start. The start is an amazing, amazing graphical idea. Again, going into the intro from like basically learning about all these characters, going into the intro scene is so cool. I love it to bits. Like, again, I'm not a real hardcore fan of the Tales of series, and I don't like story bits of it. But in this game, what they did with the beginning is the best start into a game I ever had. Knowing nothing, having a character, he looks at ruins, like he's doing stuff, blah blah blah. And then going into this anime intro is so goddamn good. It's so good. Treasure chest. Ah, the chest is still locked. I hate it.
Oh man, what a gorgeous lake!
Gorgeous lake.
It truly is. But amidst the spectacular scenery, the town of Lady Lake is being corrupted by malevolence.
Yeah.
Never played it, never played a game of the series either. Good to see you, House of Failure.
It isn't just happening here in Lady Lake either. It's eating away at the entire world.
I guess we get a brief.
The scenery may be
right
splendid,
now.
but you can feel that this place lacks the blessing of the Seraphim, can you not?
Yeah. In Elysia, I could always feel Gramps' blessing. But here, nothing.
But Lila, this little walk of yours isn't just to reconfirm the situation in Lady Lake with us, is it?
You've got something to tell us.
Yes, I touched on it before, but now I must clarify to you the true purpose of the Shepherd. The Shepherds can quell the Hellions, beings who bring chaos to humans
This is our
and Seraphim
task.
alike, with the power of purification. That is the power of the Shepherd. However, that in and of itself is not the Shepherd's duty. What the Shepherd must quell is the source of all malevolence, the being who gives rise to the Hellions. The Lord of Calamity.
Ganondorf!
Calamity?
Yes, this figure has been known by this name for countless centuries. Whenever Hellions run rampant, this figure is always there. A Lord of Calamity, who begets Hellions with the overwhelming amount of malevolence he possesses. Given enough time, a Lord of Calamity can even permanently alter the world itself. Such is the calamity he brings.
Wait. If I remember correctly, the Celestial Record said that a shepherd hasn't appeared for the last 200 years.
And 200 years ago, there are records that the world was overcome by an unprecedented calamity. Could there be a connection?
I understand. So, the Lord of Calamity is the source of all the malevolence, and it's the duty of the Shepherd to find and put a stop to him.
That's all well and good, but where is this guy?
For now, it is enough so long as you understand the duty of the Shepherd.
Huh?
The answers you seek are those you must discover for yourself, Sorey. Answers of your own that you will not regret. Stay true to yourself. Forget not your duty, but be not a slave to it either.
Answers of my own.
And to that end, Sorey, I know you want to ask about the effects the Lord of Calamity has on this world, and how Earth Dwellers and Seraphim go about their lives, but I want you to discern these for yourself.
It's true that I'm completely clueless when it comes to just about everything in the world.
I want you to travel the world and discover all sorts of things. Only then can you take the answers you have found for yourself and make a stand against the Lord of Calamity.
It's not that tricky a concept.
Sorry for this long cutscene, I will talk to you in a second.
Let's take a trip around the world.
Yes.
Got it. Anyhow, can we start by investigating some food? Talk about calamity. I'm gonna pass out.
Shall we head back to the inn? I don't want to have to carry our shepherd around.
Sure.
So, good to see you, House of Failure, again. Hope you had a fun Tuesday stream. You did stream today, right? Maybe? Maybe. Good to have you here. The basic story of this is similar. So if you never played the Tales of game, all I remember normally in the beginning of the game is most likely always displayed what happened, and it's just it happens again kind of story. At least this is in this game and in Tales of Symphonia. In this game, we have a book called the Celestial Record, and it talks about the Calamity, ruins, the past, and the Shepherd, which cleansed the world from the Calamity and brought Seraphim, the ghost boys. These are ghosts, basically. Protectors and ghosts. These and humans more together. And most likely Tales of games are always stories of sacrifice. So, yeah. They are very anime, I have to say this. Also I have to say the story itself is good in most games, but story bits of the game are not making any sense. The characters making very, very stupid decisions, especially when we, again, don't talk about this game, talk about Tales of Symphonia. Yeah, Symphonia. They talk about something that they have to do, but they don't want to do the last step. They want to investigate more before they do the last step, and they say this 15 times, and then they do the last step, and then they're like, oh, we didn't even know why we do this, and what is the effect of this now? I have no clue. Whatever. Like, yeah, and then they regret things they wanted to do but don't do. It's a little bit weird. And this will basically happen in this game too. There are a few decisions I can not understand at all and make no sense at all for the characters itself, which is very sad. And makes sad stuff happen for no reason, basically, which is sad in itself because it's like weird story writing. What do you think they're serving at the inn? I know you're hungry, but listen, we don't need you going and making yourself sick by stuffing your face like you always do. Got it? I can eat for 3 now, basically. So you shush yourself. I will eat when I am hungry. Don't ask, just enjoy. Yeah, the problem is when it comes to characters you enjoy and they disappear for reasons, and it makes no sense.
I never imagined it'd be so important. It's kind of weird, but I can't say I'm not excited.
I think it's safe to say you're probably the most sheltered shepherd in history.
You really think so? Hey, Lila, what kind of people were the other shepherds?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I missed what you said.
Huh?
So, what were the other shepherds like?
I missed what you said.
Lila?
Yes?
Hiding something?
Oh my, isn't this lovely weather?
Looks like she doesn't want to talk.
I love her.
Can I ask why you won't answer?
I have forged an oath with myself. So long as I uphold that oath, I may wield certain extraordinary powers. However, the terms of the oath also prohibit things.
So wait, does that mean there are certain things you can't discuss?
By powers, I assume you mean the power of purification?
Oh wow, look at the pretty butterfly.
Stop it!
You're kind of bad at this, aren't you?
Does it really matter? We're traveling the world to find these answers anyway, after all.
So we need to go investigate each land's shepherd myths?
Yes, yes, yes! That's 1000% correct!
Can other Seraphim besides you wield the power of purification?
We should get back before Sorey collapses from hunger and we have to sneak his body through the back alleys. We'd better get going. Chop chop, no time to waste. The food is probably ice cold by now.
Chop chop.
Let's get going.
Yeah, she's not talking to us, guys. She cannot talk about certain things. She made a promise to herself. Shows she talks nonsense, and we have food now. Let's go food. Again, Taya, good to see you home too. Glad to have you all here. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. I love this game, not. But I still love the overall aesthetics from the game, and I love all the conversations so far. I have to say I'm interested if the German version, I fairly remember it. I hope this makes a little bit more sense in the English version and in the English translation for the game, because the German version on some parts make no sense, and I guess I will talk about this now. In the German version, the biggest plot point in the entire series, and I mean this, the biggest plot point in the series was the character discovers he has parents. So it made no sense, because they didn't explain why this is special or whatever. He was like, I have parents, well that's cool. And it was like the most like, like, yay, parents! Like, I don't know. Like, it was so dumb. Hopefully this is a little bit better, because like, I think he's a human. Everyone points out he's a human. So I guess he has parents, and I think this is not that interesting. So, yeah. Hopefully we get a little bit better than we have barons over here.
Kind shepherd, your meal is waiting for you.
Thanks a bunch. All right, let's eat.
Eat.
Phew, that was good. It really hit the spot.
Parents? Yeah, exactly.
You ate like a champ.
I ate like a shepherd, sorry.
You sure you don't want me to pay for it?
Of course I am.
Thanks so much, sir.
Oh, I have something for you. A gift arrived from Lady Alicia.
Panties!
Huh? What could it be? Huh. It's a letter. My sword. Bags and... clothes?
Ah, perfect timing. Go get changed, you kind of smell.
All right then.
How could you say this to me? But it didn't smell like old man's farts, right?
Oh my!
Not bad.
How about it?
It looks fantastic on you, Lord Shepherd.
Lord Shepherd.
It really does. So dashing.
Oh man, I want one.
It's the garb of the shepherd handed down from tradition in Lady Lake. You wear it well.
So you can put lipstick on a pig.
Just admit it, Mikleo. You're jealous.
Yeah, you wish. So what's the letter all about?
Well, let's see. Dear Sorey, I was surprised that you fainted so suddenly. I hope your rest at the end was rejuvenating.
When I learned that you can communicate with Seraphim, beings of divine nature who cannot be seen by ordinary people. When I saw you draw the sacred blade from the Lady of the Lake and quell the riot at the festival before my eyes. My heart leapt with joy, the likes of which I've never known.
Okay, good.
The only thing I can think of to tell you is a sincere, heartfelt thanks. I hope you do not find this strange. Though I do think that my true feelings do not come across well in a letter. I know that, as the shepherd, you are soon to embark on a journey to save the world. But once you are awake, I would like you to come and visit me at my home. P.S. Did you have a chance to try on the clothes I got for you? They're modeled after the traditional garb of the legendary shepherd. I hope they are to your liking.
My, what a kind-hearted young woman.
Yeah, seriously. I should be the one who's thanking her.
Why not do it in person then?
Good idea. Let's move.
Let's schmove.
Come back and see us again, kind shepherd.
No,
You bet I will.
your food sucks. Oh, I couldn't run fast enough. Open the door, damn it. I get in the shop now.
Man, these clothes offer more mobility than I thought.
They look purely ceremonial at first glance, but it turns out they're practical.
Quite so. Perfect for the journey we're about to undertake.
Yeah, everyone, I'm gonna need to thank Alicia a bunch for this. And go visit her and show her how good you look. Okay, good idea. Try on. Ooh. He has nothing for me. Ember ribbon tie. It's for Alicia. It costs 300 and... why do I have money now too? Amazing. I guess I'll buy this. And I have 10 apple gel. We should be okay for a while, hopefully, because for now the game is kind of not hard at all, which is good. Do we have quests? We don't have not quests. We do not have any quests. So I guess we go back to the lady.
It looks like all the hype from the festival settled down.
But now everyone's talking about the shepherd.
That's good. They should talk about the shepherd. I guess it gives them hopes and dreams, and maybe they will not transform themselves into malevolent creatures from the abyss. I don't want that. So I guess we say hi to Alicia and give her a little peek at the man I am now. Also, I have the Lady Lake sword now somewhere, right? I guess. Do I not? I guess I do not. I thought I had another blade now, because I pulled a blade out of a stone. That's a wall.
Ah, the shepherd. Have you need of Lord Alicia? She's on the terrace as we speak.
Thanks, I'll see if I can find her.
You better treat me with respect, my little friend. You better treat me with respect. Hello.
Sorey, you came.
Yep, I did.
The shepherd's garb looks wonderful on you.
Thanks.
Some fine lipstick on that pig.
Yes, Mikleo. We all know your opinion.
What? Pigs are nice.
I take it there's a seraph present with you?
2, actually.
If I told you there was, would you believe me?
No. Too crazy.
To be honest, up until the events that took place at the Sacred Blade Festival this year, I wouldn't have. But even from the moment we met, I could tell... how can I put it? There was something different about you.
Well, she's right, you know.
Right here is a seraph. His name is Mikleo.
Please, find it in your grace to forgive my rudeness up until now, Seraph Mikleo.
Rudeness? You've never struck me as rude.
Blushing.
He says you've never done anything to offend him. And this here is Lila. She's the one everyone calls the Lady of the Lake.
I truly believe in my heart that you were meant to become the shepherd.
The lady? Why didn't you talk to the lady? What?
I mean, all of us here in the city can be standing right next to Seraphim and still not know.
Rude!
That's not quite true.
She can't hear you.
Sorey, try taking Alicia's hand in your own.
Huh? Oh, sure. Alicia, give me your hand. Like this?
Testing, testing. Check 1, check 2. Can you hear me? Hello?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay then. Sorey, try closing your eyes. Testing, testing. Alicia, can you hear me now?
She's numb like a rock. I think she cannot.
Still no good.
This time, close your eyes and also hold your breath.
Keel over and die.
Alicia?
I can hear it. Another woman's voice.
Really?
Alicia, we Seraphim are able to see right into the very hearts of humans. Remember to show gratitude to all things. It is in exchange for this gratitude that we offer our blessing. No matter the circumstances, never neglect the Seraphim, or your heart shall turn to malevolence, and this in turn shall bring calamity.
Fear not, Alicia. We have indeed seen your gratitude for ourselves.
Sorey, one more time.
Come on, dude!
Isn't there a better way to do this?
I'm afraid this is the only method we have for now. Once you've grown more accustomed to my power and have amassed more experience as both a vessel and a shepherd, I believe such a strict sensory block will not be required.
So, does that mean once I do grow stronger as a shepherd, everyone will be able to hear the Seraphim?
As for Alicia, she already possessed a natural resonance from birth, though nowhere near as much as you, Sorey.
I see. Looks like it's not that simple.
Regardless, I was able to have a conversation with her. I now have no doubts that the Seraphim do indeed live among us.
I mean, yep, yes.
And that alone
gets you excited?
Horny.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tried. She was blushing though.
The legends are no mere fairy tales.
Put that book away. Put that book away, nerd.
Okay.
Don't ruin the moment.
We're going to stay in town for a while yet. Let me know if you need anything. Take care.
I will. You too.
Sorey?
Looks like our explorer's all fired up. Relax, those ruins aren't going anywhere.
What? How did you know what I was thinking about, Mikleo?
Didn't I tell you I wasn't gonna let you go off by yourself? So what's the plan?
Let's have another look around town. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Okay.
We already know the clue. There was a door. We go to the door. See, like moments like this, I really like. This is like a cool kind of thing, and I really love this. It's just a, you know, it's silly, but it's not that silly. So it's reasonable that you have to talk to her this way. So make it a little bit anime funny, but also like give a sense of how this all works. You know, that's cool. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Excite. I don't know. I would love to continue, but I guess I have to do another break rather soon. But I will go for a little bit longer. I guess maybe we'll find another save point soonish or whatever. That would be nice. That would be nice. Maybe I should go back to the cathedral. Maybe I can enter it again. Because there was a save point inside we couldn't use, so I assume we can enter it now. Like again, if you like these types of games, or like if you think this is interesting, like, you know, scenery is amazing. The gameplay is, it's not hard gameplay, but it's not easy to get accustomed to it because you always think it will react differently, and you always think this is like an action RPG combat, which this is not. It's not an action RPG combat. It's like a QTE kind of combat system, which is weird. And weird to explain. They call this lane walking simulator. I have no clue. They something down the lines of lane. But if you know if you like a good time IIR anime, this is the thing. That's where you should start. I recommend starting with a game that is affordable. And you think you would like. Again, this is a very cool looking game. If you like this anime style. If you go for an older one, again, there is Tales of Symphonia, which has a good style of gameplay, and it plays the same. Like, the combat is absolutely 100% the same. There's nothing different about it. This is the combat you get. They developed this system. They will not go away from this system. And they hold it throughout the series. They hold this, they invented this in the PlayStation 1 era, basically. And they did never get rid of the system so far. At least not that I know of. Oh, you're the one who was having problems at the festival, right? The Sparrow Feathers wish you well. Thank you. Sorry, I have the hickeys. So how is everyone? Enjoying the game, enjoying themselves? I hope you're doing all good. I hope the long days at work were not that long today.
Good thing the armor shop had both a ceremonial sword and staff. Also, there's something I kinda wanted to ask you.
Yeah, I know. You want to ask if this staff looks like it's floating in midair to humans. Is that it?
How do you know?
One look in your eyes says it all. Even if it's an item that humans can see, when Seraphim infuse mana into it, it will become unrecognizable by humans. The opposite is true as well. Anything made by a Seraph can be recognized by humans if mana gets infused in that item. Although, it's kind of a rare ability.
So Gramps' pipe is like that.
Quite perceptive of you.
In fact, Gramps told you everything you just told me, didn't he?
That's also quite perceptive of you.
Oh, chocolate! I want chocolate too. I love chocolate, you know this. What other kind of Hellions are out there, you think? Beats me, I could do without encountering turtle Hellions, though. I bet their shell would be tough to crack. What's your plan for attack? I say we go talk to some of the townsfolk in some place, in a place this big. Maybe we can find something out. Yeah, they changed the combat system a little bit in Zestiria too. It was more, yeah, again, more modern. So the whole like QTE aspect was a little bit more fluid. Because in this one, if I push my left mouse button to the end, it will not do what I want. It fires his own combos and it does whatever the game wants to do. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Your favorite chocolate? I have to write that down, maybe. My character sheets. But again, yeah, the whole, again, I don't want to gush too much about this, because I don't like the game that much. But then again, I like the game. This game gives me all the mixed feelings. I don't like the story writing in some parts. Sadly, it's big parts. To be fair, in the German version, in the German translation, so maybe it will get better down the road. So again, give it a fair shot. But as it stands right now, I was not a fan of the story. And I hope to look into another translation and maybe it makes more sense. I like the skits they bring into this game. It's funny, it's lovely, it's not too much. I heard a lot of Arise fans, or like a lot of Tales of fans even, said there were too many skits in Arise and you had like go to like haha semi-funny things all the time. Who might you be?
Now I've grasped this areas quite well.
What?
Watch it, there's someone suspicious.
What?
Is it a turtle Hellion?
The hell's you mean, turtles, Hellion? I'm just a turtles.
Turtles? So wait a minute. Are they Seraphim?
Turtles are turtles. Can't you tell from looking at us?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, brave new world that has such turtles in it.
Ain't yous ever seen a turtles before?
Stop talking to me.
What are you, some bumpkins? Well, lucky for yous guys, we turtles are a forgiving bunch.
Well, thank you.
You guys sure are kind.
Of course! The big-heartedness of the turtles is proportional to the size of our shells.
And what were you doing here?
I'm making maps for our purposes.
Oh, Maps!
I love maps.
Come to think of it, we don't have any decent maps. The one in the
I want to buy your maps.
is quite old.
How much?
Yous guys sure are reckless. Says, can I sell you some of my maps? They're chock full of useful informations.
Thanks. It's a big help.
100? Yes.
Thank yous. I'm darn pleased that you bought my maps.
You brought the maps of adventure from the turtles. These maps will add more geographical information to your world map. Since you've written from a turtle's point of view, they maybe some... no. But you should roughly locate the areas. Oh god. Okay. What about you? He didn't respond when the roll call was taken. You don't think he's still down there in the waterway, do you?
Underground waterway. Sounds worth looking into.
So one of them hasn't returned yet. Wonder if he's okay.
Yeah, we should look into this. I'm worried about these people and I want to adventure. And I also think bittersweet chocolate is kinda okay. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but it's an okay taste and I will try it.
Are you going?
You know me, if it's chocolate, there has to be nuts in it.
I'm worried about anyone who isn't coming back.
Sorey.
Sorey, that's me. I enter now. Chocolate, yeah. Oh, I saw the pancakes. I scrolled to Twitter, to Discord.
You can feel it, can't you?
While a cutscene played. The pancake looked very good.
There's
I hope you
definitely strong
enjoyed them
malevolence coming from the
greatly.
center of town.
I must say, your ability is indeed impeccable.
Cool.
It looks like you're acclimating to your power already, far faster than I'd even imagined.
I am?
The day when you will come into the true power of the shepherd is not far off.
Cool. Is it tomorrow?
What kind of power is that?
Oof. Oh, sorry about that. You were saying?
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yep.
I'm not sure why she cannot tell us this. It's the coolest feature in the whole game. Again, let's find that missing worker. Just as long as we make sure we don't go missing ourselves. It's the coolest thing in the Tales of. I don't know much about like other systems that do this, but you will be amazed when it happens. It's like a really cool thing that we can do. You saw it in the intro trailer. Slime. We found the worker. Kinda.
It's a Hellion! Get back!
No way. I'm helping too.
I told you, Lila and I have this. Get back!
Yes, it's gigantic.
Will inside be okay if we hit them?
Slimes can soften physical attacks with their bodies.
Does that mean it's harder to defeat them?
No, I just meant that the person inside should be fine.
Well, there's some good news.
How do I switch targets again? Here we go. Kill the Eds first! Yeah, killing the Eds was a good call. Oh, I have a new move. Cool.
Splendid job, Sorey.
Let's keep it up.
Yeah, let's keep it up. Combo effect. Combos are that mixed martial, hidden, and seraphic arts provide various effects. Reduce SC consumption, blah blah blah. Okay, idea. Hey, we found him.
Thank you for rescuing me. What on earth happened?
He wouldn't believe you even if you told him.
You were drowning.
Yeah, drowning.
I was? Thank goodness you showed up then.
I should head back and lie down for a bit.
And what is all this slime? Ectoplasma.
I'm fine, I promise. I can get back by myself.
Yes, don't step into the water.
All right then. Now we can romp around the ruins without that weighing on our minds. Mikleo?
From now on, I'm fighting too.
But you don't have the power of purification.
So what are you asking me to do? Stand around behind you and twiddle my thumbs? I didn't come along just to be a liability for you.
Mikleo.
Lila, is there any way I could use the power of purification as well?
There is one way. You could become a sublord.
He could become a sub. Yeah, do this.
Alongside mine. And like me, you would need to dwell inside Sorey, my vessel.
I'll do it.
No, hold on now. You need to think about this first.
I need to think about this? I don't recall a whole lot of thinking when you decided to become a shepherd.
That was completely different. Is purifying Hellions your life dream? I doubt it.
I am a seraph. Hellions are my natural enemy. Is it so strange that I should want to eliminate them?
I don't know. Do frogs try to eliminate snakes?
Am I a frog to you?
Yes.
Why are you getting so hysterical? Listen to me, Mikleo.
I'm not getting hysterical.
Mikleo.
Your liability will be waiting back at the end.
Sorey, we should go.
That's normal in the Sex Empire.
He said he's going back. Let him have his way.
I see. This is youth, brotherhood between men.
It is.
But even so, you should know what you did was cruel. Surely you understand how Mikleo feels, don't you? I've decided.
Huh? About what?
Moving on ahead. Yes, this is a fine idea.
I don't even get what you're talking about.
Well, the ruins won't explore themselves, though that would be grand.
Are we going back now or front dive? She confused me greatly. Copper chest. I guess we move on. Water. Lovely, lovely sewer poo water. Yeah, good thing I have my boots on. I'm sorry that I got giggly there for a second. I'm such a child, guys. I am so truly sorry. I am such a centipede. I'm such a child when it comes to stuff like this. But it was unfair. It kept me off guard. It kept me completely off guard. I was not, you know, expecting the sublord conversation. Sorry. Sorry. I mean, they give you all the tutorials you need for this game if you really want to learn about this game and how you should play this. They give you all information. Door. The door? The door? Here we go.
Can you figure out how to open it?
A door with no keyhole, marked with the crest of the Kingdom of Highland. This is no door. Is it? It's a seal!
A seal, is it?
When authorities find relics or artifacts that are politically inconvenient for the current regime, they tend to brand them forbidden and seal them away from prying eyes.
Yeah, I want that.
And if the seal was placed there by the royal family, that would suggest the key is connected to them as well. Huh? What's up?
You certainly are quite the budding archaeologist.
Yeah, ever since childhood, exploring ruins was pretty much the only hobby Mikleo and I ever had. That Mikleo, if I ever discovered anything, he'd run out the next day and discover something else.
And?
Oh,
I love him.
that's about it.
Can you unlock the seal?
Unlock the seal.
Right. I think I'll examine the door a bit more. What could this be?
Yes. Just turn the freaking page in the middle. Use an item, yes. I mean, Divine artifact, fire, wrong. Knife? Is it knife again? It's fucking knife again!
Well, it certainly is a unique key. It looks just like a knife.
That's because it is.
my multifunctional knife for all situations in life. Perfect. Difficulty settings. My difficulty settings are normal because I'm a normal guy and I want to enjoy my casual playthrough with my sub-lords. Which would be an amazing name for a sub-community. You think somewhere down the road someone named his community sub-lords? That would be amazing. I should delete my channel and make a new one. Right now. Opportunity missed greatly. I hate myself now for a second. You didn't give it to that bribe, guys. Yeah. I wonder what had happened then. I wonder what had happened then if I had put it away.
Sorey, I'm counting on you. Such slimes are commonly seen around this area. They aren't very strong, but watch out.
The sub badge could just be the letters Lord. Oh, that would be cool, to be honest.
Strong, but we're no pushovers either.
We're no pushovers either. Boom. Health maintenance. Yeah, I know what health is. Thank you. HP, important. Whee! We will never return. We live down here now. There's some turtles here. What? Turtles, welcome to the Dark Turtles Emporium. Will takes any of every order, anytime from everything. What? Oh, he's like a Ember sword. A new sword. And a new staff. I buy both. Because I can. Buy 3 apple gel, just because I can. Fuse? What is fusing? Oh yeah, you can like fuse stuff together. By fusing together 2 equipable items of the same name, not only will you strengthen the equipment, but you will enhance or change their skill. And that's cool too. We have 2 amber staves we can merge together. So it will become +1. Not now, but maybe later. Not now, but maybe later. I wish I had a save point of some sorts. I wish I had a save spot of some sort. That would be amazing. And I think I will get attacked going to this chest, but that's okay too. Ember papers. Oh yeah, she has seal. She has seals on her hand. No. She has seals on her hand, Jet. You know how it is. Okay. Noble. 3 is DK is Duke, Baron, and then Lord. I'm overthinking this. No, this is an amazing idea. I was about to do something like this. I will.
Ginormous. This is an altar to the sacred blade. It was constructed in the era of Asgard.
Lila, do you know about this? Lila?
Pretty crystal.
This is where I formed the pact with the previous shepherd.
Really? But then, why couldn't you tell us before?
You and Mikleo looked like you were both having so much fun. I didn't want to go and sour your explorer spirit by spoiling the end. And on top of that, I kept silent for your sake.
For my sake?
I want you to understand, you must not feel obligated to bear the world's burden on your shoulders alone.
Huh?
So, how does it feel having reached these ruins? You don't feel as excited as you imagined you might be, right? By any chance, do you know why this is?
Well...
You do not wish for your friends to share the burden of your duty. Is that correct?
I guess I'm really that transparent, aren't I?
This is a problem that always arises between the Shepherd and their Seraphim friends, no matter the era. Sorey, you must understand how Mikleo feels, do you not?
Yeah.
Very well. There is nothing left for me to tell you.
She sounds so robotic right now.
And now, allow me to show you the real reason I brought you all the way here. I want to bestow this onto you.
A jewel?
They are called iris gems in the world of humans. But they are originally known as the Earthen Historia.
Iris gems. Earthen Historia.
So, can you see anything?
Huh? Like what?
The object you are holding allows those with resonance, that is, the ability to sense Seraphim, to see the memories that are contained within. They should serve you well as guideposts in your search for the Lord of Calamity.
Iris gems, yeah, cool.
Hmm? But I can't see anything.
You can't? That certainly is odd.
I'm going now, bye.
Let's head back. There's nothing more we can find out. Hey, we can come back anytime we need to.
Indeed. And with Mikleo, of course.
What? She's like, yeah, this is all this historical interesting stuff and all. Maybe you should like look into this. This is very odd that you cannot do this. Yeah, okay, bye. Goodbye then. If I cannot have it now, I'm not interested anymore. Bye.
So then, is this sealed as well? From the inside?
This is an altar created in order to bring forth shepherds. It does not open unless one can wield the flames of purification.
I can do that.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that mean anyone who failed to become a shepherd could never get out of here?
Indeed, it is a relic of a much crueler era.
I see.
You have already been bound to me and are quickly becoming accustomed to my power. I expect you should be able to wield the flames of purification by now.
So, all I have to do then is light this torch?
Makes fire with 2 sticks.
Those who could not become shepherds may have perished here, but their emotions linger on. This malevolence hangs here like a miasma.
Meaning that Hellions are lurking about, right?
Exactly. Proceed with caution.
Okay.
Guys, I really need to say, Silver Flame. Press the 1 button to cast Silver Flame in the direction you're facing. Its used include lighting torches, like objects, as well as removing impure obstacles. Impure obstacles. Like your mom. Got him. Flame. I'm sorry, Jet. Yeah, sorry, I was interrupted in my thought process here. I thought about like a ranking system of some sort. But I didn't know if I want to do it for subscribers, if I like name them differently, because I thought about doing this with channel points actually. And getting them into like different kind of lurker ranks. Like, you know, get a channel point reward in for like 10,000 or like 100,000 channel points, and then get displayed in every break time and in every end stream screen. And you can upgrade your rank every time you reinvest 100k into this. Would be fun. I guess. Hey, I have a key. Ember Tiara. But these kinds of you know, changes, I always make them very, very carefully, because I really don't want to do something stupid or, like, you know, push too hard into a direction. I saw you, little slime bitch. Sorey, I'm counting on you. Yeah, I'm here. Nice.
You can eat as much as you want whenever you're not feeling well.
Yay, I can eat! Points of interest detection. Why are we getting these like things now? Because I'm pretty sure I found all points of interest by now. For now.
I can't believe it. There's so many of them.
No, it's not that many.
Do you feel any different? A new power manifesting, or a new sort of strength welling up inside you? Do you feel like that at all?
Huh? I don't feel any different.
So it really hasn't happened yet.
There's too many. Is there any end to this?
Sorey, we have to break on through.
Okay.
We have to do the do again. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, she just killed like pretty much everything. I mean, we made an opening to escape. Actually, we could like just run, I guess. But I guess we're not doing that. I guess we're purifying all these beaches. They have low frame rate for some reason. Low frame rate slimes, I hate them. But I guess we will introduce to the coolest feature in the game in a second here. Wow, she destroyed everything. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Here we go.
You can use it now.
What are you talking about?
It is time you knew the true power of the shepherd.
What?
Coolest thing ever. Talk me out of this.
I bear my true name.
This is...
Recite that name. Harness the power that flows from it and let it become your armor. That is the true power of the shepherd.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Here goes.
Which button? This button. Here we go. So what we can do, we can fuse with our summons. We can fuse with our Seraphim to become the coolest dude ever.
I can feel such incredible power. All right, time to finish this.
Aromatization is in normal state. It consumes 1 blast gauge and aromatize. You will invoke the power of the Seraphim and take command of a formidable weapon. You have combined attacks, art attacks, and focus attacks. Sorey is KO. Even when Sorey is KO'd, any Seraph will at least have 1 HP and revive him. So cool. And I think this is such a cool feature.
Too easy.
That was wonderfully done, Sorey. Armatization itself is proof of one's status as a shepherd. It means you have mastered its power.
Still, that was way too close for comfort. Gaining that new power right at the last second there.
I'll say, I must admit even I was worried, but in the end you did an absolutely marvelous job.
I did.
Ah, shucks. Come on, you're embarrassing me.
By the way, since the Hellions are safely defeated,
yeah.
What do you say you go ahead and remove the armatization?
How do I do that?
Huh?
I can't get it off.
What? Is that what's supposed to happen?
That's what I want to know.
So, you can't read the Earth in Historia. You were able to unleash the power of armatization with amazing speed, and yet now you can't turn it off. Sorey, you're just a total mess. The shepherd's a mess, I guess.
Come on, Lila.
Yeah, that was not funny.
Oh, there it goes.
I suppose once the Armatus has been invoked, you'll just have to wait until it dissolves. I'm sure in due time you'll be able to use it at will.
If you say so.
And then she disappears again. About menu 3, Arts and Armatization. On each character's arts screen, you can switch between different types and arts. Yeah, this is so cool. So, and again, now I was like a dude with a sword. He was so casual. Yeah, yeah. The problem is he was around Seraphims all the time, so some feelings and some things that he felt because he was always inside Grandpa's blessing is not that different from like he's like every day basically, or was every day. So he's like, nah, I don't know. New power is cool. Again, as I just said, every time I do this with another form, I will get something else. So I am a fire sword dude with the lady. I am water. You will see. So for every element, I will get another weapon too, and I will get another weapon and another look, which is really cool. So I'm not always a sword dude.
The ancient tongue. We're near one.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to call about armatization once again. That's cool. I need to use the restroom real hard, guys. I need to use the restroom like a madman. I really want to too, but there's no save point, no nothing. Weaknesses and resistances. Yeah, I guess I beat this. I beat this blob demon up, and then I just go and do what I have to do my break, or I will use my screen time to also pee time, and that's not good. The streamer swiftly peed. This is not a quest for glorious speedrun. Purification complete! Okay, so I will take my leave for a measly little second here. I will just stand in this hallway awkwardly. You will enjoy the music, maybe you go for a stretch. Ever since Fairy Tail? Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of that. I did, yes. Sayu was a fan of Fairy Tail for a long time, even. So yeah, I know a little bit about it. I will be right back. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I enjoy this. It's so weird to say this. I enjoy this game greatly because I know how to fight in this game now. Because we played Tales of Symphonia. And I can just go through the game and not like struggle with every fight. I know what the game wants from me. I can execute what the game wants from me, and it's just fun. And I hope you had fun too. I like the super IIR times right now. And maybe I find something to snack on too. I will be right back. Please have a break time too. See you in a second. Thanks for joining.